Hey everybody out there, this is Seto Kaiba from your Yu-Gi-Oh! Chat channel. And today guys, before I start this video, I just want to take a quick minute and just talk to you guys about something. So guys, a lot of you guys have asked me in the past, and even now, about doing some videos about how to become a better duelist, and also main meta talk. I guess you could say more about talking about the main meta and things of this nature as well. So I wanted to start this new segment and base it off things about how to become a better duelist overall. So we're looking at the whole broad picture of everything. So there's a whole bunch of things we can talk about since we're looking at the entire picture here. But I want to take each maybe every week or every 2 weeks and just have a video come out where we just talk about different things. For example, how to be a better deck builder, how to, what type of playing styles are the best type of playing styles depending upon the decks you're playing. Like today, we're going to talk about going into time, testing. Why testing out certain cards in certain decks are very good. Why you should always be evolving and changing your deck and not just keeping it standard. Always trying to find new ways to make your deck even better. So things of this nature I want to talk about. I know that's a very broad, some of these topics I just threw at you, but these are the type of topics that I want to talk about on this new segment that I want to do. And I just wanted to see if you guys would enjoy these type of segments. It's a whole broad thing we'll be talking about, but it would just be all fall under the umbrella about becoming a better duelist overall. That is the main thing. And I just wanted to tell you guys first off, I'm not trying to seem like I'm a know-it-all or I'm up on a pedestal and oh, I know everything. I've been playing this game forever. No. What I want to do is pretty much take my personal experiences, especially, and pretty much give that back to you guys because I've played this game for a long time. I've learned a lot from playing. I've learned from my mistakes, and I think if I can teach these to other players, new players, old players, we can come up and we can discuss about how we all, as a group, can become better duelists overall. I think if you can kind of understand what I'm trying to get at, that's the main theme. And I want us all to work together to become better duelists because that's what everybody should be striving for, is try to become as best as you can. And there's a lot of different things that can go into it. If you take it at face value, it seems very simple. Oh, I can just become the best if I play the best deck. The format. It's not like that. It's not like that. You can't. Yeah, you can take the best deck and win a whole bunch of games, but are you becoming a better duelist in the long run? That is what I want to talk about more. And that's what all these segments, what we're going to be starting, are going to be talking about. So if you guys look forward to this segment or you would like me to proceed with this segment, please like this video or leave a comment down in the comment section and say, yes, please do this. I really like this idea you got. Run with it. And I will continue to do that. But I just want to let you guys know about this because this is a segment I've been really wanting to start for a long time. So let's put that to the side now and let's get started on the main topic today, guys, I mean to talk about. And forgive me for taking up all that time. So guys, today we're going to talk about going into time and why it's important and what cards are best for going into time and what mindset you should have when going into time. Now this comes from personal experience and watching other players and talking to other players throughout me playing Yu-Gi-Oh! For I don't know how many years, but for a long time. The two main cards we are going to focus on today, though, guys, is number 49, Fortune Tune, and Gaga Cowboy. Why do we run these guys in our extra deck? And why people say Fortune Tune's not good, but why it can be godlike in some situations. We also may be talking about Grinosaurus a little bit, too. So, what is going into time? In tournament settings, in most tournaments I've ever played in, there's a thing where if the duel is taking too long, the match is taking too long, I guess is a better way of saying it, the judge can call time. So he could say, in 5 turns, whoever has, more life points wins the duel. Or, you guys got 3 minutes left. After that, whoever has the most life points wins the game. So the duel or the match. Depends upon the situation. But I think you guys understand where I'm going with this. And what certain cards are good in these situations. Like I said earlier, Fortune Tune and Gaga Cowboy are perfect in these situations when you're going for time. When you're going for time, your mindset should more be, if I've learned from my experiences, is try to get your opponent's life points down as fast as you can. And at first this seems like, oh, I'll just summon a whole bunch of monsters and just run over my opponent. Or you could take the approach what I do personally, from my personal experience and watching others, the best and more solid approach, possibly. You may have different playing styles, and that's perfectly fine. But for me, what works for me is going a little bit conservative. That may sound counterintuitive to like attacking your opponent's life points get lower, but it really works. Let your opponent attack you. I guess you could say it's from reading books like The Art of War by Sun Tzu and my tactical mind, how I pretty much like thinking in warfare terms. But let your opponent come to you. Let your opponent waste resources trying to get to you. Play the defensive position. Set your mirror forces, your fiendishes, bide time, and inflict excuse me, what's a better word for it? Things like Cowboy, like you're burning your opponent for life points. So not attacking direct attacks, but doing indirect attacks. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Indirect attacks or indirect burn damage instead of just attacking with battle damage. Play defensive a little bit. Try it out. Play defensive and buy time. Let your opponent waste resources trying to get to you. If you don't interact with your opponent's attacking, them attacking, then you may be able to bide enough time to get your life points a little bit higher and win the duel. And things like Fortune Tune are beautiful in these situations. Fortune Tune is an okay card at best, I would say. It's a decent card, but it's not godlike. It's not Exciton Knight. It's not 101. It's not those by no means. But I promise you, from personal experience, why is this card good and why do some players hype this card up more than others? It's because it's good in time. Okay, I got 2 level 3s on the field. The judge calls time. He says in 3 turns the game is over. Summon Fortune Tune. Sit on Fortune Tune. I got a mirror force. I got some back row. Okay, that's nice. I gain enough life points. I win the duel. You understand what I'm saying? I got a Cowboy. The judge calls time. Cowboy burn. It works. I know I may not be explaining this the best way possible, but if you take a second and think about it, these 2 cards in particular, and Grinosaurus to some extent, but Fortune Tune and Gaga Cowboy, they can win games, when you're going into time. Now, personally, I don't like going into time because I want a duel to end. I know this sounds kind of weird, but I want a duel to end honorably. Yes, I said honorably, like a chivalry or something like that. It's just something. It's my makeup. I hate to say it's my makeup. I want it to end honorably with a duel, especially if it's a good duel. So I've had some times where I'll ask the judge, "Hey, judge, can we just finish this duel?" And he'll say, "Okay, I'll let you guys, go." Or sometimes, the entire tournament is really needs to speed up. So he'll say, "No, I can't do it," and that's when you have to go to time. But it's sometimes best to try to end it, I guess you could say, honorably. That's just the way I work. It may not be for you, but that's just the way I work. But if the judge says time, you gotta do it. Especially in big tournaments when you really can't argue. Like if it's a regional or YCS, that's a different cat altogether. But at locals, you can ask your friends or if your friend's the judge or something like that, can we just finish this duel properly? And sometimes they'll say yes, sometimes they say no. Sometimes even after the tournament, I'll duel with that person I went into time just to see what would have happened. Just for our own sakes. But Gaga Cowboy is great in time. That 800 damage, or if you summon it, 2 turns before the end of the duel, or before time runs out, that 1,600 life point damage, that 1,600 life point damage can win you the difference of the game. I've literally done it before. I'll just be like, okay, I got 2 turns left. Gaga Cowboy, sit on Cowboy, pow pow, I win because I got just enough life points ahead of my opponent. Fortune Tune, it's the opposite end of the spectrum. You're gaining life points. So you're trying to outgain your life points, and Fortune Tune becomes a little bit harder to destroy. But one thing you always want to keep in mind when going into time, and I had this recently happen to a friend of mine when I was dueling him. He had the mindset that he wanted to attack me directly, and I played conservative. So he went upstart goblin, upstart goblin. We had 5 turns before the end of the 5 turns the judge said before the end of the duel, and this was the final match. So what I did is I played conservatively. He went upstart, so I gained 9,000 life points first turn. excuse me, I gained 2,000 life points first turn. Misspoke. So I was at 10,000 life points. That came back to haunt my opponent in the end because I won that duel by 100 life points. Yes. He had 6,900 life points. I had 7,000 life points because he activated Upstart Goblins. Upstart Goblin's a good card in regular play, but when you're going into time, you gotta remember, you gotta have more life points than your opponent. Don't give your opponent free life points just to draw cards. Keep that in mind. That's something that I guess you could say is a kind of an advanced type of playing tutorial, but don't run cards that give your opponent free life points if you're going into time. If you can help it, that is. I mean, sometimes you may get a bad hand, you got to work around it, but that's understandable. That's a different cat. But these are just my personal experiences when going into time, and why Fortune Tune, though it is underrated, though it is not underrated, it's a good card. It can be, and it may not be the best card, but when you go into time, this card could be just as good as Exciton Knight or 101 because that little life point gain can win you the duel. Same thing with Gagaga Cowboy, same thing with Grinosaurus. That 1,000 life point burn can help you if you're going into time, depending upon the situation. So that is my discussion about going into time, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope I explained it well enough, and I hope you guys took something away from this video and learned something. And until next time, guys, take care, have fun dueling. I'll see you guys next time, and I hope you guys all become better duelists. I think that's a little bit long of me to say, but I hope you all take away something from this video and learn something. I guess that's the best way I'll say that. But till next time, guys, I'll see you guys next time. Good luck dueling to y'all. Have fun. Have a nice weekend, and I'll see you guys Monday, hopefully. Adios, guys.